right, I'm back. I told you guys I'm back. But anyway, I want to come back on. Like I said, I'm going to go over confidence now. I'm going to go over two things. Number one, what is confidence, and number two, how to build confidence. Especially for those people that don't feel confident in certain areas, right? But as far as confidence, what it is, it's just being a state of being certain, right? So that's what I was saying before. Having goals, having those visualizations, having those whys to what you're doing. That is so big because that's what makes you certain, and that's what will make you confident, right? Another way to gain confidence is experience, right? A lot of us out there, right, including me as of a couple of days ago, right, we're nervous to push through. We're nervous to, jump out of our comfort zones, right? Because we don't have that experience. But all we have to do is we just have to start going. We just have to start doing it. Yeah, you might not be doing the best, but I guarantee after the first year, you'll get better. After the second year, you'll get better. After the third year, you'll get better. After the first decade, you're going to be the best out there, right? And that's the difference, right? If you're too scared to start, how are you going to even get that experience to have the confidence, right? But also create the end result in advance. Like I said, those goals, that's why the goals are so big, is because that's your plan, right? That's what helps you plan. And then you get to plan it out and then you execute it. And then that's going to give you success, right? Or that will give, success and confidence, because confidence builds success and then success builds confidence, But that's as far as confidence goes. And then how to build it, especially, I know, my previous job with AT&T, I was working at this marketing firm called JMS, and I was one of our lead trainers, and I'll never forget this guy. His name was Jose. Shout out Jose if you see this. But he was probably one of the most introverted, most unconfident people, anxious people I've ever met, right? And it was very hard to get him to, open up and to be able to do the door-to-door sales and, meet someone and then try to sell them, But after going over this, I really saw this progress in him especially. But the biggest thing is, number one, expect to be nervous. A lot of people are like, I'll wing it. It's okay. I'm not going to be nervous at all. And then they get there and they're so nervous, right? And they're like, and they start stuttering, right? Because they weren't expecting to be nervous. Expect to be nervous. You're going to be nervous. That's fine. Take it head on. You have to realize, I'm going to be nervous about this. But what that will do is that's going to force you to do number two here, which is to prepare. I posted yesterday, one of my favorite quotes by Benjamin Franklin says, if you fail to prepare to fail, right? And so biggest thing is, let's make sure we're prepared, because if you're prepared, you're going to feel less nervous, right? You're going to feel more confident, right? And then three, practice it. Practice, right? Practice like you play. I remember we used to always say that at Grove City, right? Shout out Grove. But always practice like you play, right? It helps get those nerves away. If you have a big speech coming up, we remember, back in school, right? You have a big test coming up, whatever it is, practice, study, practice. It gets the nerves away. And then when it's game time, it runs smooth, right? And you'll be confident in what you're saying, what you're doing, and all of that. 4, breathe. I know it's so funny. People do not think this is a big thing. It's a huge thing. Breathing is one of the utmost important things. Let's even look at working out. If you're not breathing and you're nervous about trying to bench something that you haven't benched before, it's probably not going to work out the best for you, right? If you're not, and also with breathing, it means slow down, right? That's how I see breathing as well. Slow your mind down, slow your body down, slow your speech down, Be confident in everything you're doing. Breathe. If you don't feel confident, take a couple seconds in your head, take a deep breath, whatever you got to do, recenter, and then you'll be confident again, right? And then number 5, and this is, I think, a huge thing, is I'm a very optimistic person, but being positive. Give yourself a pep talk if you have to. I know so many people out there, they just won't do it. They already justify not doing things because they're like, it's not going to happen. I'm not even going to try. What? Like, what kind of mindset is that? You don't think it's going to happen, so you're not even going to try? No, it's going to happen if you want it to happen, right? But you have to stay positive. You have to stay the course, right? And then biggest thing, and this was a huge thing for me that helped keep me consistent and helped keep me confident when I was doing, is I was focusing on someone else other than me, right? In the sale, that's the biggest thing, right? Making sure I'm coming from the customer standpoint. Is it what is going to be the best thing to help this person out, right? Um, for me, it was also a huge thing when it came to my whys, to something that pushed me, right? Was my family. I stayed focused on, okay, I need to make these sales for my daughter. I need to make these sales for my fiance. I need to make these sales in order to get a ring. I need to keep grinding. I need to start up this company to have a wedding, right? Remembering focusing on somebody else, simplify it. It doesn't have to be anything insane, intense. You've been practicing it. You're prepared, right? Just simplify it. It's simple. You're going to get it done, right? It is what it is. The outcome is going to be the outcome. People are going to think what people are going to think. There's nothing you can do about that. Yeah. And those are really the biggest things I saw when it came to building confidence correctly, was just doing all those things. And I'm telling you, it feels so much better. You know, you start to see that you're holding your head up higher. You're standing, you know, you're walking right, you know, you're feeling good. And that's what it's about. You know, it's just feeling good. Right. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys took something from this, and start incorporating some of these things in your own lives. I know a lot of these, tools and practices I've been going over. They really helped me throughout my time. But, anyway, I'll see you guys soon, and peace out.